Hi Year 6, I'm now going to go through the remainder of the 2023 arithmetic paper. So, we have 1/3, and we need to share that divide by 6, or share that between 6 people. So, the way you've learned it in school is you multiply, well, you keep the numerator the same, and then you're multiplying the 3 by the 6. So 3 times 6 or 6 times 3 would be 18. So it's 1/18. Just to show you that, just to show you why that works for the picture. So you've got, if you imagine you've got a chocolate bar, and if we split this piece, this is 1/3 here. So let me just shade that in. So we've got 1/3. If we were to share that 1/3 into 6, cut that into 6 pieces. So we've got 1/3. We should cut it into, that's one of the 6 pieces. Okay, so obviously we've got 18 pieces altogether because we've got 6 there, 6 there, and 6 here. So that would be 1 out of 18. Okay, so that's how that works. Right, question 29. So this is another 2-mark question. You can see it there. So okay, so remember, if you use the formal method which they've set out for you here, if you make one mistake, if you only make one mistake, you'll definitely get 1 mark. But if you get the right answer, well, whatever method you use, if you get the right answer, you'll get 2 marks. So 5,227 times 43. Okay, we're going to start with multiplying 5,227 by 3. Just checking I've written down the correct digits. Yes. So 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6. Add on the 2, that's an 8. Finish with that. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. So put the 5 there. That 1 would carry up, so I might as well put that there. And then, so that's, we finished with the 3, and now, because we're multiplying by 40, we're now multiplying 5,227 by 40. But if we put a 0 there, that means we can just think of it as a 4. So it's 4 lots of 7 is 28. 4 lots of 2, 8. Add on the 2, that's 10. And now we're going to this one. 4 times 2 is 8. Add on the 1, that gives us 9. Finish with those 2. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, and so now if we add those together, you see we get the back. So 1 add 0 is 1. 8 add 8 is 16. 6 add 1 is 7. 5 add 9 is 14, 1 add 1 is 2, and we've got the 2 there. So that gives us 224,761. And if you wanted to use this method, okay, you would set it out like this. Okay, as that's the way many of you have been practicing at school. So 5, 2, 2, 7, and that's by 43. Your grid's often a lot better than that one. And when you do them in school, so 7 4s 28, 7 3s are 21, 2 4s are 8, so 0 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. 2 3s are 6. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15. Didn't have to worry about place value, which is why I love that method. And then we're just going diagonally. So, first of all, 1 there. Then we've got 8 add 2 add 6 is 16. 8 add 2 is 10. Add 6 add 1 is 17. 8 add 5, 13, add the 1, 14, 1 add 1 is 2, and that 2 just carries down. So whichever method you use, you'll get the same answer there. So 224,761. Okay. So, next question. And that is question 30. 95% of 180. Okay, we can see that's very close to 100%. Some of you will have spotted that, well actually, if we know 100% is 180, so if we just work out what 5% is, we could subtract that from 100% because 5%, so 100% take away 5% will give us 95%. So let's work out what 5%. So if 100% is 180, we know that 10% is going to be 10 times smaller, so we're dividing by 10. So when you're finding 10% of a number, you divide by 10, so that's 18. And if 10% is 18, 5% is, you guessed it, it's 9, half of 18, because half of 10 is 5, so half of 18 is 9. So we know that 5% is 9, so then we're just doing 180, take away 9, and that will give us the answer of 171. Okay, next question. 0.4 multiplied by 37. This question was another one of those curveball questions I mentioned earlier in the paper. So, different ways of thinking about this. You could think of that as, some of you might like to change that to 4/10 and work out 4/10 of 37. So you might say, so that is one possible way we could work it out. This is a difficult question, and it's just, you have to be an excellent mathematician to be able to calculate this. So 4/10 of 37. So some of you will know that if you do, okay, 36, then 37 divided by 10 would be 3.7, and then 3.7 multiplied by 4, and that would give you, sorry, then off the screen, 7 times 4 is 28, 3 times 4 is 12, add the 2, and we've got 14.8. Okay, so that's one way of it. Some of you might change it into a percentage, instead 40%. Some of you may look at another way of thinking about it, is you could do 37 times 4. So 37 times 4, 4 times 7 is 28, 4 times 3 or 3 times 4 is 12, add on the 2, 14. So if 37 times 4 is 148, you've made the 0.4 10 times larger, so then you have to make your answer 10 times smaller. So 148 divided by 10 would be 14.8. That is a very challenging question. Like I say, you have to have a really good understanding of number to be able to work that out. Okay, next question. So the next question, question 32. Okay, so you've got here a whole one, take away something equals 7/10. So the key to this question is understanding that that whole one is 10/10. When your numerator and denominator are the same, it's a whole one. So, okay, so we're talking about tenths in this question. So 10/10 take away something, the value of that numerator. We have to work out the value of that numerator there. So 10 take away something equals 7. So that's 3. So your answer would be 3/10. So the key to understanding this question is actually being able to change that into that. Okay, now question 33. So again, 33, first thing you should do, circle that, leave it. When you finish the rest of the paper, come back and then calculate it, because it's going to be quite a difficult question to work out. It's going to take a question that's going to take you a short while to work out. And you don't want to get bogged down in it. So, 26. How many 26s in 4,472? Okay, so let's start now with the earlier question, the long division question. I think you didn't have that. How many times did that number go in? It didn't go in more than 3 times, but I think we're going to go a little bit larger than this time. So let's just say 26, 52, then another one, 78. The fourth one will be double. We know that's 2 lots. We know 4 lots is going to be 104. And let's do, so 5 lots would be 130, and then 156 for 6 lots. I'm just going to do a quick calculation just to make sure I haven't made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots of 26. 2 6s are 12. Add the 3. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't make a mistake. So let's get rid of that. Now, so how many 26s? Well, we're going to get how many 26s in 44. So we're only going to get 1. So 44 less 26 is 18. And that gives us 1 there, 1 lot of 26. 1 times 26 is 26, and that's 8 to 18 left over. And now that 7 is going to drop down to there. So if we're looking at this, can we get another 26? So this will be our 7th lot. So add 6, we get 162, and then add another 6, we'll get 182. Okay, so we can. So that's 7 times 26 is 182. And sorry, not a very good 8 there. And when we subtract 182 from 187, that will give us 5. And then that 2 will drop down to there. So we can see here now how many 26s in 52. Well, fantastic, look at that. So we know we've done it the right way. So how many 26s in 52? That's 2. 2 times 26 is 52. So that's 2 there. Okay, so that is the formal method there of long division. Now, I'm going to show you, because I can't help myself, because I actually prefer doing it the other way, because I just find it much quicker. So, how many 26s in 44? That will be 1 remainder 18. How many 26s? Oh, sorry. How many 26s in 187? So that's going to be 7 remainder 5. And how many 26s in 52? 2. Just remember though, if you make one mistake with this one, you'll get 0 marks. You won't get a mark for working. You'll have to use this method. And whichever way you do it at the end, I mean, chances are you've gone right because we've got a whole number answer. But you could if you're not many children manage to finish this test in time. If you've got time at the end and you're checking through your answers, you could always do 172 multiplied by 26. And if you get 4,472, you know you've got the right answer. Okay, so next question, that's question 34. So we got 2 whole ones and 5 6, and we're going to subtract 3/4 from that. So let me see. So 6 and 4, the lowest common multiple of 6 and 4 is 12. We could change those into 12ths or 24ths. So we're going to change them into 12. So we've got 2 whole ones. There's no need to change that into an improper fraction because, well, I can see that 5/6 is larger than 3/4. So let's change this into 12ths. So 5/6 would become, so we double the denominator. So that's going to be 12ths. We need the denominators. When you're adding and subtracting fractions, you need the denominators to be the same. So 5/6, so we're doubling the denominator, so we double the numerator. So double 5 is 10. And here, to change this into 12ths, we're multiplying the denominator by 3 to get 12. So we have to multiply the numerator by 3, and that gives us 9. So we've then got 2 whole ones and 10 12ths, take away 9 12ths, so that will give us 2 whole ones and, well, 10 12ths, take away 9 12ths will be 1 12th. Okay. Okay, next question. Oh, with that, by the way, if you did calculate it in a different way and you do write 25 over 12, so you write your answer as an improper, not a mixed fraction, you will still get the marks. Okay. Next question. 38% of 750. Okay. This is a really difficult question. And just remember, had this have said 38% times 750, that's exactly the same question. Exactly the same question. So, but they've usually, at the end of the test, they usually give you a multiplication sign, and that throws quite a few students. So, now, I'm just thinking of the best strategy to work this out. Now, 38% is very close to 40%. So, we know that 100% is 750. So I'm going to work out 40%, and I'm going to work out 2%, because I know that if I subtract 2% from 40%, that will give me 38%. So I need to work out 40% and 2%. So, okay, what are those numbers going to be? So, 40% and 2%. So, if we've got 100%, well, we know that 10% is going to be 10 times smaller, so 75. So 40%, so if I double that and then double it again, because double 10 is 20, and you double it again, you get 40. So essentially I'm multiplying 75 by 4, but when I multiply something by 4, I like to double it and double it. So double 75 is 150, double 150 is 300, so 40% is 300, and 2%, well, if we know that 10% is 75, to get to 1%, we're going to divide by 10, because 10 divided by 10 is 1, so 75 divided by 10 is 7.5, or you could go straight and say 100 divided by 100 is 1, so 750 divided by 100 is 7.5. Sorry, I need to move that up. And now, let me see. So 1% is 7.5, so 2% is going to be double that. So 7.5 doubled is 15, so 7.5 is the same as 7.5, so that's 15 there. And so if we do 300 take away 15, that will give us 285. So 300 take away 15 is 285, and that is your answer. That's quite a lot of work to get the mark there. That's a difficult question. Now, the last question. 2/3. Okay, so they put a multiplication in there. So 2/3, and that is the same as 2/3 of 900. So now some of you will just know that you do 900 divided by 3 times 2. I like to think, I like to use bar models for this. So we've got, actually let's start again. So we've got this rod. Let's look at number 9. So if that's 9, we know that if we split it into thirds, you'll just know that 3 add 3 add 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So you know that 1/3 of 9 is 3. You know that 2/3 of 9 would be, well, 3 add 3. So that would be 6. So 2/3 of 9 is 6. Now, if we're going to, we're not doing 2/3 of 9, we're doing 2/3 of 900. So all we need to do is add 2 zeros to that, add 2 zeros to each of those, and so 300 add 300 will be 600. So 2/3 of 900 is 600. 1/3 is 300, 2/3 is 600, and 3/3 would be 900. Okay, some of you will just, I know that some of you would have been taught this with by people, parents or tutors. You'll just hopefully remember the procedure is just 900 divided by 3, and then you're multiplying by 2. Okay, and when you've got division and multiplication in the same calculation, just remember for bid maths they're of equal weight, so you're going across from left to right. So you do 900 divided by 3, and then you're multiplying by 2. Okay, right. Okay, thank you very much. Good luck when it comes to the SATs.